In January 1848, a man named James W. Marshall discovered small flakes of gold at Sutter's mill near Coloma, California. He was working for John Sutter, a Swiss immigrant who owned a sawmill along the American River. Marshall's discovery was meant to be a secret, but news travels fast, especially when it shines like gold. Within months, rumors spread through San Francisco and beyond. Newspapers published headlines like "Gold Found in California," and people's imaginations ignited with dreams of instant riches. By late 1848, thousands from across the United States and soon the world were packing their bags, selling their farms, and setting off west. The following year, 1849, became legendary. Roughly 90,000 people, called the 49ers, rushed to California. Some came by land across dangerous deserts and mountains. Others sailed around South America or crossed the deadly jungles of Panama. They risked everything for a handful of glittering dust. When they arrived, the scene was chaotic. Makeshift mining camps appeared overnight, filled with tents, gambling halls, and saloons. Men panned rivers with tin pans, while others dug deep into hillsides. Very few struck it rich, but everyone believed they might, tomorrow. By 1850, California had transformed. Tiny settlements exploded into boomtowns. San Francisco's population leapt from about 1,000 to over 25,000 in just a few years. Ships crowded the bay, merchants sold picks, pans, and overpriced supplies to miners. In fact, some of the biggest fortunes weren't made from gold, but from selling to the miners themselves. Yet, beneath the excitement, chaos reigned. Law and order were nearly non-existent. Crime, gambling, and violence spread through mining towns. Disputes over land and gold claims often ended in gunfire or vigilante justice. Food and shelter were scarce, and diseases like cholera took many lives. The Native American population suffered the most. The gold rush brought waves of settlers who seized land, destroyed rivers, and spread disease. Indigenous communities that had thrived for centuries were displaced or killed. It's estimated that within a few years, tens of thousands of Native Americans perished, a tragic chapter rarely told. Meanwhile, people from Mexico, Chile, China, Europe, and Australia arrived to seek fortune. California became a melting pot, but also a place of discrimination. Chinese miners in particular faced harsh taxes and violence from white prospectors who saw them as competition. By the early 1850s, most of the easy gold in streams and rivers had been found. Individual miners couldn't compete with large companies that began using machines and high-pressure hoses to tear apart hillsides, a process called hydraulic mining. It was faster but devastating to the environment, filling rivers with mud and killing fish in farmland downstream. Many fortune seekers left empty-handed, but some stayed and built new lives. Farmers, merchants, and entrepreneurs realized California offered more than gold. It offered opportunity. In 1850, California officially became the 31st state of the United States, just 2 years after the gold discovery. The gold rush forever changed America. It sped up westward expansion, built new railroads and ports, and made San Francisco a global city. It also reshaped the nation's economy, injecting huge amounts of gold into circulation. But its darker sides lingered. Environmental damage, exploitation, and the near destruction of native communities. Still, the legend of the gold rush lives on as a story of ambition, adventure, and the human hunger for hope. By 1855, the rush was over. The rivers grew quiet again. Yet, the dream of California, the land of golden promise, continued to shine in the world's imagination.